why we chose to use rules, because we wanted to kind of streamline what the strategies were. So you don't want the kids to be doing different things in every classroom, right? So the more things that we can keep the same, the better for the kids. So one of the things that is different is the R, so it's read carefully and definitely more than once. The U is for underline the question and circle keywords. L is for labeling diagrams, pictures, and keywords. E is evaluate and eliminate, show proof or evidence, and S is for solve the question and check your work. Now this is the basic strategy. However, once we get into monitoring, we're gonna see how this is going to change, how we're gonna punch the content through L and E specifically.
And you have it written on in front of you?
I like that.
Yes.
I like how you said punch content.
All right, now, if you could grab your exemplar. This exemplar is the STAAR test that's going to be tested during the next 6 weeks. It's already out, however, the one that we're actually going to use will not be out till tomorrow. I'm sure some of you already knew that. Some of those questions are going to be added to it because there's 2 questions that were tested last year, that since they're not going to be tested this year, they won't put them there. And I've already marked them for you. When you look at the test, the questions are supposed to be the same. So the exemplars are going to be exactly as you see them there. You just might see a difference in the order, maybe. We'll get to see it when it comes out tomorrow.
If there's the 2 new they replace it with, we can send it to you, Ms. Shelton, and you can send it out to them with the upgraded exemplar.
Yes. There's those 2 that they're taking out because they're not being taught in 5th grade this year are going to be replaced with 2 others that we'll get to see what they are tomorrow. There's another 2 that are in there that are no longer tested. They're no longer taught in 5th grade, but they were moved to 4th grade. So they're going to be the same, except they're going to be labeled as 4.7C because now they're taught in 4th grade. So same question, but different teeth. However, I do want to say this about that. Those 2 questions that are now 4th grade, since they're going to be tested, they were not taught last year. They weren't supposed to be taught this year, but you should still teach them because they're going to be tested. All right? Now, the chunky.
All right, so this is something that I learned when I was in the classroom, which way lean forward, a PDF from Lean Forward, yeah. And it was way that they talked about, the kids taking the science test. As you know, it's a 3rd through 5th grade science test, and so you think about there's 4 categories. You have all the matter questions and all the earth questions, and all those different types of questions. And she gave it to us like I think of a file folder. You pull out the file folder, right? And with the test, you might go from file folder category 4 back to file folder category 1, back to file folder category 3, and the kids are kind of all over the place with all this, a bunch of knowledge that they have in their heads about science. And so the strategy they taught us was to have the kids chunk the test. And so I have the directions right here on the back of the first page. And we did this, right, Ms. Gibson, and Irvin, with the science teacher, he was also a coach for him, and we really did really well, Irvin, with our science. The strategy was, so they do is they go through all the questions first before answering anything, and they kind of put them in their own little special categories. And so if you look, it's in the blue pen. This is an energy question. It goes on, earth question, organism. They might just say animal question. Whatever they want to do to kind of put them in groups, they do that, and they go through the whole test first and organize those questions by what they think that question is asking, right? Then they go back, and if however they want to, if they want to answer all the animal questions first, because as we just finished teaching, they can answer all the animal questions first. The reason is they're in that folder, in their brain, of the things that's all about animals. And a lot of times, some questions might lend help to another question, and they're staying in that realm of information. Then they can go back, and they can answer all the matter questions. If they want to even drill down deeper, I want to answer all my light questions in matter. Or I want to answer all my energy questions, in that section. And so that's how we teach them to take the test. So our kids, they're flipping back and forth all over the place. But it keeps them with their, I just remember how light does this or does that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's how they take the science test.